In his farewell address, George Washington warned against exactly what Donald Trump is now doing. Donald Trump won the popular vote in 2024 by 49.9% to 48.3%. If Trump was being a president of all Americans, he would bear in mind that nearly 50% of those that voted against him, and he would moderate his policies accordingly. In fact, Trump acts as if he won 100% of the vote and has an absolute mandate to do whatever he likes. Why is it that no president seems to be cognizant of those that vote against them, which is usually nearly 50% of those that vote? So, what did Washington say? He spoke of the dangers of faction and how the will of the nation would be replaced by the will of the party, which would operate in its own interests. In other words, he made the very obvious point that what is good for a party is very different from what is good for the nation. Washington declared, "All obstructions to the execution of the laws, all combinations and associations under whatever plausible character with the real design to direct, control, counteract, or awe the regular deliberation and action of the constituted authorities are destructive of this fundamental principle and of fatal tendency. They serve to organize faction, to give it an artificial and extraordinary force, to put in the place of the delegated will of the nation, the will of a party, often a small but artful and enterprising minority of the community, and, according to the alternate triumphs of different parties, to make the public administration the mirror of the ill-concerted and incongruous projects of faction, rather than the organ of consistent and wholesome plans digested by common councils and modified by mutual interests. However, combinations or associations of the above description may now and then answer popular ends. They are likely in the course of time, and things to become potent engines by which cunning, ambitious and unprincipled men will be enabled to subvert the power of the people and to usurp for themselves the reins of government, destroying afterwards the very engines which have lifted them to unjust dominion. Wasn't Washington exactly right? Cunning, ambitious, and unprincipled men will subvert the power of the people. These men will use the reins of government for their own ends and secure unjust dominion. Trump is the proof of all of that. He is the anti-Washington, the inversion of Washington. For shame. The American Republic has fallen.